Hey mountain friends, how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day. Y'all, I want to be making some good old timey coleslaw. Just plain old coleslaw, nothing fancy to it. This is the kind of coleslaw I grew up having. My mama made it, my Aunt Patty made it, my mommy made it. And so it's simple, but it's good. Y'all know sometimes it's the simplest things are the best, and this is one of my favorite coleslaw. I'm very picky about coleslaw. I'll just tell you, I've went to restaurants and places, and I rarely order coleslaw anywhere because it's just, to me, it just don't taste right. And I'm just like, I'm a coleslaw snob. I really am, and it has to be good. It has to be pert near this before I'll eat it. Now, if you like Kentucky Fried Chicken's coleslaw, you like this. This is similar to that, so it's pretty close, and it's very good, y'all. So it's very simple. So I want to tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need a large head of cabbage. You're going to need 2 cups of fresh shredded carrots. You don't want to buy the pre-shredded because they're dry, y'all. You want some fresh carrots, shred it yourself. I do everything in a food processor, so, and that makes it simple and easy. And you're going to need, it's optional, you can do a 1/4 cup of minced white onion. Some people don't like the onion in it. I do, but usually when I fix it for everybody else or like the family, I leave the onion out. But I do know, I think Kentucky Fried Chicken's coleslaw might have onion in it, but and I like it with the onion in it, but like I said, it's totally optional, but it needs to be minced if you add it in. And 1 to 2 cups of mayonnaise. I start out with about 1 and I add more if I need to. Everything is to taste. Always remember that. You can always add to, take away, but you can always just adjust everything to your liking, all right? And you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of sugar, or you can use sweetener. Now, if you're diabetic, you want to watch your sugar, or or just wanting to watch it in general, you can use any kind of sweetener you want, and it'll still be good. And you're going to need about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and salt and pepper to taste. And that's it, y'all. So now I'm not claiming this is a copycat of Kentucky Fried Chicken or anything, y'all. So I ain't claiming that. This is all how we've always made it. Now I'm gonna cut my cabbage. Y'all, when I cut this cabbage, it makes me think of the times I grew up. See, I grew up in the mountains of southeast Kentucky, and I grew up in a place called Tan Yard Holler. And I remember making kraut with my mama and my sisters, my cousins. I had a lot of cousins, y'all. A lot of girl cousins. We was all like little step ladders. We was all born within like a year each other. We all had a cousin, a twin cousin almost. And but we loved to make kraut. They call it krauting time. We loved to make kraut. And I remember I just love cabbage. I love cabbage in general. And we'd always throw the scraps to the pigs and the chickens. The pigs and the chickens would always get the scraps, but we used to fight over who was going to get the core on the inside. We used to gnaw on it, and it was so good. I mean, like I said, I just love cabbage. It's so good, and with plenty of good salt. But it's funny how when you're making certain things that your memories come back to you. And this is one of them. Whenever I'm making coleslaw or cutting cabbage, I remember making kraut with my mama. So I'm going to cut this up, and I'm going to put this in my food processor. Let me get me a paper towel. And I already got some in my food processor. Let me see if I can put in another piece or 2 in there. Get as much done as I can. So all this goes in my food processor. So I'm going to take it over and just run it a few times, and I like it finely chopped. Now, we used to make coleslaw, I remember my Aunt Patty making coleslaw. She made it the old-timey way. She had one of them old choppers. You remember the choppers? We used to use them when we made kraut. And we'd always make kraut in like a big tub, like a big, we always call it like a wash tub or something. And she always chopped hers by hand. And I used to years ago, but now I have a food processor. It's a lot easier. So I'm going to get this all chopped up, and then I will also do my carrots too. That way when we come back, everything will be in the bowl. All right, now I've got my cabbage and my carrots already chopped up, shredded up really good. Now I am going to add onion to this. I thought I wouldn't, but I changed my mind. We are having family dinner, but everybody likes coleslaw, so I'm going to add the onion to it because, hey, why not? Because I want to show y'all too how to do, how to mince an onion. So this is just a little quarter piece of an onion, and use a sweet onion or a Vidalia or something like that. That way it's not very strong. And you always want to use a big knife. Keep your end of your knife down on your board and just run it through like that right there. And you're going to just run your knife back and forth. And you're going to keep doing that until the onion is really minced, like really fine, and it's going to release the juices in the onion too. And that's going to get, that's where you're going to get your flavor. And it just takes a little bit, and you can already smell it. And that's good enough right there, I believe. Yeah. Minced onion. So I'm just going to put it right in there with everything else. And now, some people take and make their dressing, like the mayonnaise and all that. They take that and put it like in a jar or bowl or something and mix it and pour it over top of it. But y'all, I don't do that. I add everything to mine, and because to me, there's no sense in gumming up another bowl or dish or something, and why not just add it all in? So that's what I do. I just add it all in, and then I mix it up. So I want to shake up my vinegar. I like raw apple cider vinegar, y'all. If you're using vinegar for anything, get raw apple cider vinegar because it's better for you. And I get the, I always buy organic too. It just, to me, it works better. So I'm going to start out with my mayonnaise. Use whatever kind you like. Today I'm using Duke's. And because I got some on sale not too long ago, and I bought up a bunch of it. So I'm putting my mayonnaise in. I want to put in a little salt to start out, just a little. And some black pepper. Now, y'all, I've made this much. I eyeball it. You can always add more if you need to. I want to add my lemon juice. It's about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. So in it goes. And you're going to need about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to pour it out here in my bowl just to eyeball it. Right there we go. And let me get my sugar. And put the sugar on it. And let me get me a big spoon. And just start mixing it up. So I'm just going to mix this until it's all combined. And I'm going to give it a taste and see if it needs anything else. Slaw is better if you make it a few hours ahead of time. Cover it and put it in the refrigerator. Go about every hour or so and give it a stir, because the vinegar, the lemon juice, everything in it, sugar, salt, all that's going to break down the cabbage and it's going to get a little watery, and that's normal. And all that down in the bottom needs to be stirred, and it marinates it, so it makes it much better as you stir it and let it sit. And longer it sits, the better it gets. So I'm going to taste it. So good. I like coleslaw, y'all, with club crackers. It also reminds me, if any of y'all are watching that are from where I'm from Whitesburg, Kentucky. Out in town in Whitesburg, there used to be a restaurant in a dime store. We had a dime store, and they served the best coleslaw, and this reminds me of that. It was so good to put on hot dogs and everything, but I love it with club crackers. Now, I think it does need a little bit more sugar, so the recipe that I gave you calls for about, 2 tablespoons of sugar. It's totally optional. You can add more. To me, coleslaw is better if it's a little more sweeter. So I added about another tablespoon or so. You can adjust it. If you think it needs more sugar, then add more. I'm going to add a little bit more black pepper. And it doesn't need any more vinegar or lemon juice, because it's to me, it's the perfect blend between sweet and tangy. And I'm going to add a little bit more salt. But if you don't like it as tangy, you can leave the vinegar out. If you left either one off, I would leave the vinegar out before I leave the lemon juice. I like the lemon juice in it. But give it a good stir one more time. This should do it. And it's already starting to break down, which is good. And y'all, what do you like coleslaw with? I like it with fresh green beans in the summer, and with about every meal, y'all. Every Christmas, holiday, we had coleslaw, tater salad, all that good stuff. I like it on hot dogs. Mommy loved coleslaw. She liked it on hot dogs. And it's just, you can use it for anything, really. Coleslaw is also good on, coleslaw is also good like on pork barbecue sandwiches. So, y'all like the spoon I'm trying it with? Perfect. That's so good, y'all. All right. Well, that's it. Ready for family dinner. We'll cover it up, and by the time we eat in a few hours, it'll be ready. And it's perfect coleslaw, y'all. So there you go. Good old Southern coleslaw, y'all. Thank you for watching Mountain Cooking with Missy, where it's nothing fancy, just good eating.